Good morning and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be looking at Series 3 of the top picks. For those that may not be familiar with this line, it's pretty much dedicated for retailers. They want certain superstars in these waves. The ones that are hot sellers, the ones that have been doing either good on WWE or just in the business in general. After today though, I'm not sure if that'll still be the same case, because for 75% of this wave, actually I don't know if it's hit half and half. I'll let you guys be the judge of this, man. I'm just going to go ahead and go through it, and I want you guys to tell me in the comments about how you feel, because the Finn Balor, that's the one that got taken out, and I'll show you the one that got replaced. First one that we're going to bring up, though, we got to talk about Rollins. We got the Wolverine Seth Rollins. You can have it matching, you can have Becky, you can have however you want to have it, but this man, I don't think he'll ever go out of this wave. It might be Braun for the next runner, but the one that I'm going to show you here in just a sec, I don't know, man. Again, there's a lot of flags. This Seth Rollins particular, I do want to I want to point out something real clear. Before we do, let's cover the wave, right? We got the Braun Strowman, we have the Ricochet, and we have the Roman Reigns. I did like this attire. It's not that I didn't like, but if you go back, 3 weeks back, where they did the poll of which superstar you wanted to see, for choose your own attire, why wasn't one of those attires as an option for this series? Because a lot of the Rollins, for example, the basic that we just showed yesterday, they're pretty bland, man. So having a solid black look, we've seen quite a bit. So them going out, I would say either going with that Bears or the Thanos or any of those three would be a top pick for me. And that's the name behind it. This one right here, I don't know what it is about the vest. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it. Not the back. I do like the SR logo located in the back, but something about the way that it's coming around up by the neck area, I don't know if it's oversized or there's just, someone please point it out, man, because there's something about the vest that it's bothering me. Once you do take it off, it is the traditional Seth Rollins torso, which is the right choice. In the hands, they have added an extra pair of hands, which is kind of like the entrance, right, when he's up in the corner of the turnbuckle. So that right there is one up. So it's not that he doesn't wear interesting attires. Matter of fact, he's got some of the best looking gear when it comes to Raw, but at the same time, they're not reflecting that as well as they should in WWE figure form. I'm just saying, you should have some, because here's the thing about the top picks. I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing this at your Walmarts or Targets, but a lot of them, specifically that AJ Styles, they're just sitting there, man. So if you're giving us just a bland attire as opposed to something that you could capitalize on, yeah, they're just gonna, you can almost consider him shelf warmers. Ricochet's never been that. He's always been one of the hardest figures to find. But if he's replacing, right, because Finn Balor was part of the series before Ricochet got inserted in here, if he's replacing him, look, man, I don't want to spend too much time because I feel like this is the regular preach that we're doing on the regular. But what the crap, man? I'm going to keep on complaining. Let's do this, you guys. Drop a like. Let me know if you guys think that Ricochet for the next figure, basic, we already know, right? He'll actually have the knee pads. But for the next one, please, man. Because my biggest issue with this Ricochet is going to try to find something that's going to match the color of the tone of the tights. If you if you do the comparison with that, with the boots that you're seeing right here, it's kind of almost like a cream white. The boots are a bright white. So I do have regular white knee pads, but at the same time, I'm going to have to also paint them on top of adding the one and only logo. So I feel like that's an excessive amount of fixing your figgies, because the average person, nobody likes personally, I love painting. I love picking up the brush and messing around and just twiddling and diddling with my figgies. But when you talk about the general public, ain't nobody trying to do that, man. Here's the back side of it. So as far as the vest, same piece that we did see with not the second or not the last Elite, but his very first one, which is Elite Series 69. Now, Braun Strowman is a good upgrade from what we've seen before, and we're living in 2020 when you're saying that about Braun Strowman in the figure wave, because Braun, he's just all right, we got to release him. We haven't gotten him out in a while. People still want him, so let's just go ahead and give him the same look. Let's give him the same attire. They didn't do that this time, and I'm very thankful for them to not just go ahead and completely turn it around with him, but also giving you that option, right? If you don't want to have him with the shirt, you don't have to put on the shirt. If you're feeling kind of chilly that morning, bro, my nips, they're getting pretty hard. Let's go ahead and get these hands. Let's get this shirt on my back, because Braun Strowman is the highlight of this wave, or at least for me. Well, him, I mean, if Ricochet didn't, yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. But Braun Strowman, I gotta say, this is really awesome that they are going with this. Like, if they do plan on keeping him in this series, like, sure, you can do some other stuff. Like, you still have options, like the pants, the cargo pants. Maybe you can give him the WrestleMania look. I was a huge fan of the camo, and this right here, definitely a top pick for me. How do you feel about Roman, though? Well, let's see. Okay, this is the thing. It was two. It was about half of them that were shown about a month or so back. Roman Reigns was not one of them, and now it's pretty obvious why. Like, I think what it was, it's like, I don't know if it was Bill McKenna or who behind it, but they're like, all right, so we're going to give the same one. What is it? Elite Series 68 Roman Reigns. Because we're going to go ahead and do it. Let's just hold it off. Maybe we can change something along the way. They didn't, unfortunately. They went ahead and gave us the same Roman Reigns. Now, one thing I will say about that figure is that he did pretty good. Like, secondhand market, you go on eBay, I mean, it hasn't gone up dramatically, but it's still the exact same thing as Elite Series 68. And I don't want to, like, I don't want to be negative. I ain't trying to, like, bring your day down, but it's hard for them not to do that. Like, again, there are some stuff that we do appreciate. I ain't gonna take anything for granted, but at the same time, like, bro, like, for real, you had one job, and that was because Roman Reigns, he's really not all that complex. The guy always wears the same pants. Like, even if you just change the color instead of the blue to maybe something different, like, again, you got options, my friends. Give me your thoughts, though. Let me know how you feel about this wave. Do you feel like you can do without on some of them? Do you feel that Roman should have been brought in different look? And the freaking knee pads, Hero Fix, just stop it with that, man. It'll eventually get fixed. When, though? When? That's my question. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.